his iconic.
It's the sound you hear before every race. And the man behind it is Churchill Downs' official bugler, Steve Buttleman. Derby 150 will be his 29th, making him the longest tenured bugler to play at Churchill Downs. And even though he's been playing the cornet and bugle since he was a child, Buttleman tells me this wasn't his original plan.
Wow. I thought I would probably end up teaching or being, in a symphony or a local orchestra or something like that.
But an opportunity arose. Before the 1995 racing season, a bugler stepped down, and Churchill Downs held tryouts. 8 talented musicians showed up, but only one could get the job.
We all played our call to the post. They narrowed it down to 2 of us. And then Steve and I went back and forth, and then the committee went and deliberated, and I was lucky enough to be the guy they picked.
But luck really had nothing to do with it. Buttleman says he practices playing the bugle every day in preparation, and that continues today. Standing in front of awe-inspiring crowds of more than 160,000, yet never misses a note. Still, he has to remind himself to do the simple things.
And try to stay consistent, and especially on Oaks and Derby Day, you try not to overthink things, and make sure that I breathe.
And Buttleman isn't just a one-trick pony. At Keeneland, he plays boots and saddles, and for the kids, he even takes requests.
The hot song right now is the theme from Bluey. that usually gets a, or making the horse sound and then making the horse toot.
Even on his busiest days, Buttleman finds time to give the people what they want, playing for eager fans every chance he gets. He says he constantly reminds himself to never take his position for granted, taking steps back to humbly embrace what he calls one of the most electrifying jobs ever.
About an hour before the race is kind of take a walk and get out of here. And I walk up the turf track, and when I get to the top of the stretch, I turn around, and you see all the people having a great time, and the twin spires, and the sun shining on them, and I just like, God, what did I do to deserve to be the guy?
Coverage of the 150th Kentucky Derby starts at 2:30 here on WKTV NBC. Post time is 6:57 p.m.
And now from the sports station, here's News Channel 2 Sports.
The 150th Run for the Roses was one for the ages right here on News Channel 2. The favorite coming into the race, Fierceness. Would the favorite come out on top, or would we see an upset in the Bluegrass State? Here's Larry Kalmus with the call down the stretch.
Here comes a run from Stronghold and Resilience has now moved up to take the lead as Fierceness is given way, coming by the 16th pole, and Mystic Dan is now come through on the inside. It is Mystic Dan down toward the inside with the lead in the final 16th. Forever Young, Sierra Leone is coming. These 3 coming down to the wire. Who's it going to be? Oh, it's a photo of the Derby. Oh, it's a photo. Was it Mystic Dan or was it Sierra Leone? Forever Young was between them, catching freedom, finished 4th. A photo finish to decide the 150th Kentucky Derby.
There you have it. The 18-1 underdog, Mystic Dan, goes home with a garland of roses in what was only the 10th Derby decided by a nose. Horse racing's smallest margin, and that's the first time that's happened since 1996. Mystic Dan and jockey Brian Hernandez Jr. with a payout of $39.22 for the win, $16.32 for the place, and 10 even for the show. Second favorite, Sierra Leone, finishes second, paying out $6.54 for the place and $4.64 for the show. Japanese-bred Forever Young finishes in third place, paying out $5.58 for the show. The favorite, Fierceness, would end up $15.